So we're here at the burial place of Theobald Wolfe Tone, the father of Irish republicanism. And every year, I suppose this is an occasion where we meet and gather and where we rededicate ourselves to the founding principles of the Irish Republican struggle. So it's great to see such a big crowd today in the year 2013. The 250th anniversary of the birth of Theobald Wolfe Tone. Pearse Doherty is our speaker, and the Republican family is here in force.
Garda Tone was very clear from where support for his Republican objectives would come from. He said, "If the men of property will not support us, they must fall. Our strength shall come from that great and respectable class, the men of no property." Today's men of property, the bankers, the speculators and their friends in high places have brought huge hardship to Irish families the length and breadth of this island. People are losing their jobs. More only see a future in immigration. Those that are left behind fear for their future and what tomorrow holds for their children. Bondholders, bank executives and financiers still live affluent lives, receiving huge salaries, perks and bonuses, while others who had no hand, act nor part in the financial catastrophe pays for their recklessness and speculation and their greed. And ordinary working families face the daily fear of how to go to pay their mortgages and pay their household bills. Meanwhile, public services are being cut to the bone by an austerity deal struck by the Troika with Fianna Fáil and now being meekly implemented by Fine Gael and Labour. And more than 2 years in office, I think it is very clear to everybody that the Fine Gael and Labour government has failed utterly the Irish people. They have failed to tackle record immigration, failed to tackle escalating unemployment, failed to tackle the banks, failed to tackle the scandal of mortgage distress, failed to tackle the problems facing small businesses. Michael Noonan has failed to negotiate a debt write-down on the promissory note, instead imposing austerity on hardship on ordinary working families. James Riley has failed our health services. Cronyism and shambolic management are the hallmarks of his disastrous tenure. Among other scandals in health, we have watched people with disabilities being targeted through the removal of the mobility allowance. While Rory Quinn has failed on education, presiding over a shambles of a third-level grant system, stripping resources from her schools and making cuts in special needs assistance. While Alan Shatter, the most arrogant justice minister since the time of Michael McDowell, has failed spectacularly, closing down rural Garda station and losing the confidence of both the Gardaí and the general public. And what for Brendan Howland, completely failed to tackle excessive pay in the public sector, but instead targets frontline workers, those on low and average pay. While Enda Kenny's promise of a democratic revolution is but a distant memory. And for the man of Labour, Eamon Gilmore himself, has completely and utterly failed the cause of Labour and all those who place their hopes in the Labour Party. Garda, there is no doubt about it that we have a government of spin and bluster. And attempted media manipulation have been some of the hallmarks of this government. The most recent examples of this was when Taoiseach Eamon Gilmore's exaggeration of the outcome of the European negotiations on a potential EU deal on the multi-annual financial framework. And this isn't the first time that government ministers have tried to oversell the results of their negotiations at EU level. But this time, Mr. Gilmore's actions have backfired and backfired spectacularly and have the potential to jeopardise securing a deal on this budget. In the same vein, in the last 2 years, in the run-up to the budget, the Irish public have been subjected to a drip of media leaks from within the government. These leaks are aimed at hyping up the scale of adjustments to be made in the budget while trying to dampen down in a transparent attempt to spin a positive line when budget day itself arrives. But it is an insult to the intelligence of the Irish people, and we have seen it again in recent days. So this year I would ask those, particularly those in the Irish media, to remember their responsibility, not to be manipulated by a government's pre-annual budget spin. In Ireland of 2013, Ecáride, the message of tone is more relevant than ever before. Now more than ever, this country needs Republican politics. In recent years, Sinn Féin has increased our representation at all levels of government on the island, north and south. But radical Republican voices are not enough in the corridors of power. We need more radical Republican voices in the corridors of schools, of colleges, of community centres, in the halls of people's homes, in the workplaces and on the streets. We need those voices delivering Republican messages that politics is not all the same and that there is a better way to run this country and organise our society and our economy. So, Ecáride, let us leave here today committed to properly honouring all of those who fought for an Irish Republic by going out and making it happen. We owe it not just to the generations who have come before us, but most importantly to the generations who are growing up in the Ireland of 2013 and those generations yet to come. So let's, together, standing together, united stronger, let's make Tone's Republic a reality. Gur maith agam.